Hey guys, what's up? It's the NW Sportscast. We're going to be playing a game this one, Levi, and I'm going to be giving you a few questions, and your job is to buy, sell, or hold the questions slash hot topics that I give you about the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to be calling this the Wolf of Washington, Wolf of something that starts with a W. We were trying to decide off camera. Not many good places in Seattle start with W, so we're going with Wolf of Washington today. And my first question, throwing a little bit of a softball for you, Levi. Will the Seattle Seahawks make the playoffs? Buy, sell, or hold?
You know what, Drew? A couple weeks ago, I might have sold this, but I'm actually gonna hold. I'm not
Hold.
gonna
Okay.
say this is a
Hold the
sell
stock.
or
Hold the
buy.
stock.
I think Seattle has a chance. Green Bay just lost to the Giants, and the Vikings just lost to the Bengals. So the two teams that we needed to lose
Yeah.
both lost their last game. That's obviously really, really good for us right now. The odds aren't great. They have us at like 30% is what the Wall Street Journal odds have us at, I believe. And Vegas is not currently betting on us very much. But I would hold this because I think if we beat the Eagles, we all of a sudden have a really good chance. And even if we lose to the Eagles, I think if you run the table and go 9-8, we're gonna make it in. Because I don't think the Packers and the Rams are gonna go 9-8. I just don't think that. I think or maybe the Vikings. I don't think that's happening. I think there's going to be two 9-8 teams that make the playoffs in the
Yeah.
NFC as a 6 and 7 seed. I think if we run the table after the Eagles, we'll be one of them. So I'm going to hold.
I'm with you here on this. I think the Seahawks, it's a hold for right now.
Yeah.
I'm into stocks a little bit, and there's a thing in stocks where you wait for the report to come out to see how much money
Yeah.
whatever that company's making, and then you kind of make a decision if you sell a stock or you buy more into it. And this Monday is kind of that report right now, that market
Yeah.
report for the Seahawks. If they lose that game, cash out while you still have the chance. If they win, I would buy some more stocks. So let's see. Our
Yeah.
next question, Levi. Geno Smith is a top 16 quarterback in the NFL. So that's average.
That's,
That's average and obviously above average. Do you think he's a top 16
yeah.
quarterback? Buy,
Are we
sell,
talking
or hold?
are we talking this season or are we
Do
talking
you think
overall?
right now you step on the field tomorrow with a quarterback? Do you think he's the one of the first 16 quarterbacks you would step on the field with?
It's tough. I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell. I
Sell.
think I think I'm not going to go through them off the top of my head. That would take too long, but I think I could name 16. Think I could probably name about 18 or 19 quarterbacks. I think at the start of the season, I had him about 20th, and I don't think that changes much based off of how he's played this season. I still think he's around probably that number 20, number 19,
All
but
right.
I think
Yeah,
16 is pushing it. So I'm going to sell this.
I'm agree.
Yeah.
You know, sell the stock. It's
Yeah.
time to, sell the stock, buy some Christmas gifts for the kids with the money. It's not,
Yeah.
I don't think this is the one, guys. So I agree with you. The next question, Levi, the Seahawks draft a quarterback in the upcoming NFL draft. Buy, sell, or hold?
Well, I wish I could say bye, but this is John Schneider we're talking about. This is a general manager who has only drafted, I'm pretty sure he's only drafted two quarterbacks um ever since he's been the GM of Seattle.
You got
And one
lucky
of
with one of them.
them
You
one
got
of
lucky with
them
one of them.
never saw the field, and the other one was Russell Wilson, and obviously we all know how that turned out.
Who's
So
the one that he drafted that didn't see the field? For
the
our listeners at
he
home.
was honestly, Drew, I couldn't tell you, but I know we drafted
Okay.
somebody in like 2015 or 16
All
who
right.
he backed up Russ for a couple years, and he never really did anything.
Yeah, I don't remember
um
that.
yeah,
So
I do not. I think he might have been for Notre Dame. I don't remember. um Point is, we don't like to draft quarterbacks. We've never been into that. However, if we ever wanted to, this year would be the time.
which
So,
is why
which is why I'm gonna hold. I'm
and
going to
that's why
hold.
I'm going to buy. I think
Okay. Okay.
I think we made a statement last season with our draft plans. We had opportunities to get quarterbacks. We didn't get them. And I think that's because this draft class is a way better quarterback class than it was last year. And I think the Seahawks are going to go out there and show with a mid to late first round pick, you can still get a Bo Nix, a Michael Penix in those later rounds. Those are good quarterbacks. And those guys would have gone in the top 15, top 10 last year. So I think this is the time. There's a lot of good quarterbacks. I think we're going to snag one. Geno Smith is going to be getting hurt. He hasn't been looking great. It's time for John Snyder to draft the next Russell Wilson franchise guy. I'm buying this one all the way, Levi. My next
Yeah. Just
question,
just
buy,
so you know,
sell, or
I
hold?
just figured it out. It was Alex McGuff.
Okay, I do remember
Seventh
Alex.
seventh rounder,
So
drafted
we
in
really drafted one guy. I mean, come
yeah,
on.
drafted in 2018, seventh round, and he ended up being a practice squad. So yeah. Yeah,
Next one,
I thought
Levi.
his name was Alex.
Pete Carroll will
Oh,
be the Seahawks head coach for the next. We'll do both for next year and for the next 2 years. Separate questions.
this is
Buy, sell, or
bye,
hold.
bye, 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 bye. We're not as much as I think it's time to move on. The Seahawks aren't realistically going to. I mean, Jody Allen is a pretty much a hands-off owner,
Yeah,
and we can debate that another time whether or not she should maybe sell the team. She probably will in the next 5 to 10 years, but I don't think it's happening in the next 1 to 2 years. And I don't think she wants to fire Pete Carroll. I think in her mind, she's not really a football person, and she would much rather let Pete and John just handle the team until somebody who maybe knows a little more about the analytical side of football it takes over. Right now, I don't think the Seahawks ownership and front office wants to get rid of Pete Carroll.
yeah. I think for this next year at least,
I
sell
think
the
he'll be there
house.
for both the next two. I do think he will.
For the next two, I think it's debatable. I'm gonna buy with you for the next 1 year.
Yeah.
Sell the house, get rid of the kids' tuition, put all your money in the Pete Carroll next year stock because
Yeah.
that thing is going to continue to rise.
Yeah.
That, as much as I think it would be a good idea to maybe switch it up, not happening for at least next year.
No.
Hey, in a couple of years, next year we have another bad year with Geno Smith at the helm. Pete Carroll might hang it up. He might not get fired. He might just
Well, his
hang it up.
his
He's getting older.
contract has 2 years left, so it's
Yeah, but
very possible he'll hang it
yeah,
up in 2 years.
yes. So we'll see what happens for sure. The next question, Levi, is right now, DK Metcalf is better than Tyler Lockett as an overall receiver. Buy, sell, or hold.
Um, I would buy. I think DK's more physical. I think he's
Close for
quicker.
me. He's close.
He's better at getting open on his routes. I think they both have really really good hands. Which is why I wish Gino would target them even more when they're being covered in single coverage, because we've seen them both make some spectacular plays. But I think right now, DK, bigger, stronger, more athletic. He's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL. I would go with DK over Tyler.
Yeah, I think he is the fastest receiver in the NFL, or he's top two. I think
Yeah, didn't he have
got,
he had a faster 40 time than Tyreek Hill, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, well,
In
not just
in season.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think he was top. I think he might have been second. It might have been first in
Yeah.
highest speeds
Like sprint
reach.
speed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's I mean Tyler is
really
good.
impressive
Tyler's
as
not that fast.
you've seen DK. He's a big guy. So the fact that
Yeah.
he can do that
The
is
dude
impressive.
has a diet of Skittles and candy. Like,
No,
come on.
he is crazy stuff.
Yeah.
He's really impressive for sure, but he goes kind of unnoticed sometimes, lets his emotion get the best of him, still does
Yeah.
not
See,
does
unfollowed
not
the Seahawks on Instagram.
yeah, that's so weird. It does not run
So
as
petty.
clean of routes as Tyler Lockett. I don't think as he has as much body awareness as Tyler Lockett, not as much knowledge for the game as Tyler Lockett. I think it's a close one. I'm gonna lean buy, not a huge buy. Maybe put a few dollars into it, but I'm not. Maybe
Yeah.
more of a hold for me. I'm right there. Last year I'd say Tyler. This year I'd say DK, but it's close on both years. The next one, and I think one of our final questions, Levi. Will the Seahawks cover the spread -3.5 against the Eagles on Monday?
Um, I would hold on this. I
They're
think
plus
it's
3.5. Sorry. Eagles
I
minus three
yeah,
and a
yeah.
half. The Seahawks are plus 3.5.
I mean, obviously, if you watch our pregame show, by the way, you should watch our pregame show because I think it's pretty good. And we're gonna tell you all about expectations are bold predictions for the game, but I did predict that it would be a 3-point game. So if you're going solely off my prediction, you're buying. However, I think it's too close for comfort because there's a chance that this game gets out of hand. There's a chance that the Eagles just completely dominate us on the ground and they dominate time of possession, and our defense hangs in there early. And then, like they often do, they just get tired because we don't control the ball enough. And the second half, it gets ugly. So I would hold on this. This is a tough one, though. I think there's an argument that you should buy.
Yeah, I am gonna buy. I'm gonna disagree with you on this one. I had the bold prediction Seahawks.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna entirely spoil the score, but I did think that there was a chance the Seahawks could beat the Eagles
yeah.
in our post pregame preview. So go watch that, as Levi said. But yeah, I think this is gonna be close. Again, it's a slight buy. I'm not saying invest all your money into it for sure, but it's right there, plus 3.5. I definitely think we could lose by a game-winning field goal, something like that, or we could just outright win. So we'll definitely see on that front. Our last question, Levi, looking into the future a little bit, do you think there's a bigger chance that there's a bigger chance that the Seahawks go and have a winning record next year compared to a losing record?
Next year? Oh man. Um,
We can go this year too, honestly. It's close.
this year you're holding because it's ultimately is can you go 3-1 or can you go 2-2? And anything. I mean, football is a game of inches. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, a missed field goal is the difference right now between us being in the playoffs and us not. So, I would say for this year, hold. For next year, I think I would also say hold actually, because I think it all depends on, are you drafting a quarterback, and if so, who is that quarterback? Like if you draft a first round talent like JJ McCarthy or Michael Penix or whoever you consider a first round talent, and then he starts the whole season, then I would say, yeah, there's a pretty solid chance that you're gonna have a winning record. If you draft a project guy, a fourth round pick, let's say, I don't know who that would be, but there's definitely guys who you could probably snag in the third or fourth round. Maybe what's his name? Sam Hartman out of Notre Dame comes to mind as a guy who a lot of people think could be more of a project quarterback. If that's the case, I don't know if I would buy that. I think I might actually sell that because it all depends on how experienced. Maybe it's Geno next season. If it's Geno, you're probably holding to see, what does the schedule look like? What are do we get the easy games at home or do we get the tough games at home? Because usually if you play the tougher teams at home, that gives you a better chance at winning those games than if you have to go to Kansas City and Denver, like that makes it a lot harder than hosting Kansas City. So all that kind of stuff has to come into play as well. So I would hold on both for now, actually.
If you had to buy or sell,
If I had to buy or sell, I think, man, it's hard to argue against our talent, but I think it ultimately still comes down to quarterback. But honestly, I will buy. I'll buy it.
on both accounts.
I'll buy it on both. You know what? We're
Let's say
being
we do
optimistic
not.
today. I'll buy on both.
There you go.
Let's do it.
If we do not draft a quarterback, are you still buy?
If we don't draft a quarterback, I'm gonna buy. Yes, I'm gonna buy.
Okay, and if we draft a late first rounder and he starts,
I'm gonna buy it. The only
you're
way
not
I'm
buying.
selling is if we draft like a third or fourth round quarterback and then start him. Or if it's Drew Lock, I'm selling, obviously.
Drew Lock hater in here. All right, that'll do it for Wolf of Washington. Buy, sell, or hold. Thanks for watching. This is the NW Sportscast. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you made it all the way to the end of the video. We are trying to reach 550/600 subscribers. We would love 600. We'll see if we can get there. Probably not. 550 is a very reasonable goal we would love to attain. Thanks for doing that. We really do appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. We like responding to you guys. We like having this two-way we can actually connect with you guys. You're not just someone behind a screen to us. We can actually talk to you. Levi gets in pretty heated arguments with a lot of people on Twitter. So if you want to check that out, you can go over there, NW
We've
Sportscast.
been trying to do less arguing lately, actually.
We also have an Instagram, NW Sportscast. Check all those out. Appreciate you guys for watching the content. And as always, go Seahawks. Hopefully they get a win on Monday. Thanks, guys. This is the NW Sportscast.